Like I did with Minato, I thought I would make a video discussing Boruto's overall scaling. And sorry to you Shippuden stands that think Kage is still top of the verse, or that 8 Gates Guide the fastest ninja, or that Naruto just got weaker prior to losing Kurama. Given that I'll be making more videos in the future covering the end of Shippuden and Boruto scaling, I won't ramble on why Naruto and Sasuke slapped their Shippuden selves for 10 minutes, but I'll still cover everything that is necessary. Even if you don't agree with how I scale Boruto to Shippuden, you should at least pay attention to where I scale him in his own series. And do know I'll be ignoring the anime basically, and mostly just be covering the manga. To start, I want to go over Momoshiki first, as like Kurama to Naruto, he is Boruto's biggest power-up. Debatably. Base Boruto, at least during the Chunin exams, does not scale to Momoshiki. Even stronger versions of Boruto in base and with Karma get dealt with by base Naruto without too much trouble. Momoshiki scales to around Kaguya's level, and no, the Kage scaling to Momo and Kin doesn't contradict anything. They just got insanely amped to be on some 6-pass level shit. It's just upscaling, and that's more of a writing problem than a genuine power scaling issue. And even then, how the Kage scale to Momo is questionable, as Momo running is not because he is inferior, but because he's waiting for the opportunity to absorb their jutsus, something that Sasuke makes pretty clear in all renditions of the fight. And since it will probably be the next video, Sakura is 6-pass level, and was able to fight Shin, who got dogged on by base Rinnegan and 3-Tomo Sasuke, whereas Sasuke with the Sharingan and 6-Tomo Rinnegan are a match for Kinshiki, with Momoshiki either being equal or superior to Kinshiki, given the dynamic of their relationship. And Momo is heavily implied to be near that of Kaguya's strength on the Otsutsuki leaderboard, though this leaderboard has been talked about a lot with much valid skepticism being applied to it. Allow me to give a much more likely interpretation of it. We know the Otsutsuki society is all about power, with the clans members themselves representing all the power and conflict in the shinobi world, so we can most likely say that this leaderboard is supposed to represent how they rank in power, Ishiki at the top, Kinshiki at the bottom, and Momo and Kaguya on the same level, above Kin and below Ishiki. Now, since this leaderboard shows a base Momo and not Fuse, we can say that it's outdated, but considering that Jigen/Ishiki has been on Earth the entire time and was around during the war, he might know of the strength of War Kaguya and recorded it. Whereas Momo has been off in space eating chakra fruits. Whether it's the anime, the manga, the novels, or the original movie, they all either show/state Momo collecting and eating chakra fruits, or he just flat out has god trees on planets. So if anything, Kaguya has just been dead, waiting to be revived, and then gets exponentially stronger throughout the war, with it possibly being recorded, while Momo has just been devouring chakra fruits the whole time with an outdated record of its strength being Kaguya level. Either way, I still think this leaderboard is here to show they are on a comparable level, and it wouldn't make any sense at all for Momo to be hyped up just so he would be Kage level and be Boruto's main power source, only for his rival Kawaki to have Ishiki's power, who bullied Naruto and Sasuke, two characters who well surpassed the average Kage level before even getting 6-pass amps. And Momo being stronger or rivaling Kage is completely fine. Post-war arc, we have statements for Toneri and even Ishiki that just say they are the strongest enemies. That would of course apply to enemies that appeared prior to the villain in question, and with even stronger opponents that rise in Boruto beyond Jigen, the same guy who beat Naruto and Sasuke by himself, this is pretty consistent upscaling. The verse has never supported just keeping one person at the peak of power for long, which is just how battle shonen work. And considering that Toneri had stated the strongest enemy, which means he's above Kaguya, Naruto beat him with KCM in Toad Sage mode, I somewhat cover why this is not KLM or 6-pass Sage mode in my 6-pass video, which you should totally watch after this. And Momoshiki is able to battle Naruto with 14 more years of training, and using much stronger transformations than what he used against Toneri. So sorry to you Kaguya fans, but Momoshiki should be much stronger than her. And even then, it doesn't make any sense if Kaguya was the strongest being in Shippuden that towered over everyone, only for her to be afraid of Kage-level opponents. And even the original novelization of the Boruto movie just says she needs a army to oppose Momoshiki and Kinshiki. I know some people think she's referring to the whole clan, but it's stated on her scroll that's specifically talking about Momo and Kin.
俺が目指すのはサラだ。お前の父ちゃんみたいな忍びだ。俺は俺の人道を言ってやる。
Now I finally get to talk about the main character, Kawaki. No, I'm just kidding. Boruto, by the time we see him in the Chunin exam, should already be Jonin to possibly low Kage level, as it's stated in the original Boruto movie data book to be Jonin class, and the film novelization he's said to surpass Kid Naruto and Sasuke when using the scientific ninja tools. Considering that Kakashi is stated to be Kage level in part 1 by Kishimoto and fan books, and with even the data books claiming he is the strongest ninja, although him versus Hiruzen is its own debate. If you believe he is Kage level, then Zabuza should somewhat scale near his level of strength, at least without his Sharingan. And you all know where I'm going with this. Zabuza said that Ken in Zero Naruto is stronger than Kakashi. How Naruto really scales is somewhat iffy, but if Zabuza thinks Kakashi is stronger than himself, and the data book state he only uses the necessary amount of strength against an opponent, then we can say he's at least Jonin level for KM0 Naruto to possibly Kage level. KM0 Naruto in the final valley is stated to use his utmost strength as he unleashes ultimate power against Sasuke, and then it brings up his Biju cloak later. With the Biju cloak, it should make him at least around 10 times stronger than before, considering the strength of the curse mark too, which should be at least 10 times base form. So we already got a pretty strong Boruto if we go off that novel statement. This is pretty consistent since Boruto could take on Kara puppets that scale to the Jonin Konohamaru. Konohamaru if we use the anime scales to an older CS2 Jugo. Jugo being someone who could scale to Kage level fighters like Suigetsu and Darui, who scale to the Akatsuki slaying Sasuke. Sasuke, even without the curse mark, was considered still to rival Rasen Shuriken training Naruto, who objectively scales to Kakashi, with both of them scaling to Kakuzu and other members of the Akatsuki. When getting the Karma Seal, Boruto shows some extremely impressive feats. We first see how strong he is when he fights Naruto, who in base was scaling to fuse Momoshiki, who was stated to be on a different level than base Momo. Now Naruto isn't going all out against Boruto, and he does win, but given that the Karma Boruto and Karma Kawaki are consistently shown to tear up Boro, it does seem justified that they are approaching base Naruto's level at least, given that Boro was assigned to guard Naruto in case Sasuke came back. Jigen literally just fought Sasuke and knows how strong he is, yet still assigned Boro to watch in case Sasuke came back and rescued Naruto, and Boro's main ability requires him to be in close proximity to his target, that being his poison. Kara members, or at least the inners in general, as talked about in the Boru Kara extras, are stated to have power that rivals Hokage Naruto, and we see this with Delta and Jigen. Yes, Delta scales to Naruto. Naruto says he's going all out, guides say he went all out, guides say it was a hard-fought battle, and Naruto is clearly trying and struggling somewhat with her. They are relative, with Naruto favoring. Even Limited Code has scaling to Naruto and Sasuke, but I'll get back to him in a bit, so Boro scaling to Naruto and Sasuke is very fine. At the very least, base Naruto, which if we use the anime is even more consistent, since we see Victor fighting Orochimaru, who possibly scales to base Naruto, as Naruto is extremely cautious around Orochimaru when they see each other in the Shin arc, implying that Oro is a threat to base Naruto, which is even worse than the manga version, as Naruto is in Sage mode and doesn't get out of Sage mode until Orochimaru shows he is being friendly, which is just more evidence that Kara inners are reaching base Naruto level at least. Although Karma won Boruto's and Boro's scaling is debatable, him vs. Code makes it pretty objective that they are beyond base Naruto at the very least. As I said earlier, limited code scales to Naruto and Sasuke, as he believes he can take them on as is with his limiters, and he should not know about their nerfs, as Ishiki's soul wouldn't have any knowledge on what's going on inside Naruto's body. And if we're being generous and say it witnessed Sasuke losing his Rinnegan, he still can't possibly know about Kurama dying. Code does seem to know about their nerfs later, at least Sasuke's, so either Ishiki's soul did know about Sasuke losing the Rinnegan, or Ada informed him. And even then, it's heavily implied that Code is stronger than Sage Naruto by the narrative. And promo guides say Code is a more powerful enemy. Now many took this as Code over Ishiki, but a better way to interpret it, in my opinion, is it's saying that more powerful enemies in comparison to our heroes are coming. This would keep the power scaling more consistent, given that if limited Code is stronger than Ishiki, then why would anyone make a big deal about him, with no limiters being above Jigen? It just wouldn't make any sense, but limited Code being above our characters in the Leaf Village does seem consistent, at least above them at the time before Kawaki and Boruto evolved their Karma powers. Code in base was already handling Karma 1 Boruto, and then has his own Karma form. Boruto then uses the true essence of Karma, where he gains centuries worth of battle experience along with a stronger Karma form and a Byakugan. This Boruto is actually matching Karma Code, if not having the slight edge on him. In the anime version, this isn't said, but in the manga, both Code and Boruto admit they weren't going all out. Just another annoying difference between the two canons. And in the fight, Boruto does land more hits on Code, just saying. I've been kind of avoiding the elephant in the room, but Borushiki, he's a monster. This has to be addressed, but I don't think Boruto has base Momoshiki's karma. I think he has fused Momoshiki's karma. I know what you're gonna say, and that's that we see base Momo in Boruto's head, but the chakra fruits physically updating you and not spiritually is completely fine. And this makes sense as Borushiki has considerably better feats than fused Momoshiki. As I said, base Naruto was clashing with fused Momoshiki, and even the anime, a less than 50% 6-pass KLM Naruto was still able to run hand with fused Momoshiki. Whereas Borushiki, when he has sufficient chakra, is stronger than the Naruto and Sasuke slaying Code, and it's scaling to Karma 2 Kawaki, who Code just flat out admits is too much for him. And to give more credence to it being fused Momoshiki and Boruto's body, Boruto and Kawaki are supposed to be rivals, and Kawaki's got Ishiki's karma. And I mean, Ishiki against base Momoshiki. Yeah, that just ain't even a contest, and yeah, Fuse Momo ain't doing shit to Ishiki either, but it's definitely more fair than base. In conclusion, this kid is really fucking strong. Definitely the strongest kid his age we've seen, you know, until we get Boruto next generation. Fuck. Yeah, but Boruto is definitely clapping Shippuden, Naruto, and Sasuke, Madara, Obito, all of the Akatsuki, that of the first 4 Hokage, the Sannin, either by blitzing and one-shotting them or sealing them in different dimensions and just fucking obliterating to pieces. I'm not even talking about Borushiki, just talking about Boruto. And just wait, as I'm going to go over the entire 293 episode anime to see how strong anime Boruto is, as we get to see far more crazy showings. But I and so many others are far more interested to see how strong he'll get in the future.